Hey, what's going on, guys? G1Xtron here, and today I thought I'd do a very special review for you guys. It's been a while since I've done a Transformer review, and especially a G1, so I'm going to bring to you G1 Jetfire. Now, this guy is probably going to gain a little bit more popularity just because they're coming out with the Generations Leader class, so I thought I'd go ahead and throw this up so if people wanted to see what the original looked like, they got a great opportunity. Plus, I'm going to do some things that I've really never done before. I'm going to transform it from Gerwalk mode, or regular jet mode, Gerwalk. I'm going to go to robot mode. I'm going to go back to jet mode and armored up. I'm going to show you how to take off these armor pieces and put them back on, just because they're extremely delicate, and my Jetfire is pretty much in perfect condition. There's no yellow spots here on the nose where most people have, like, it's starting to rub off on the red. It turns white. Mine's still red. There's no stress marks, so perfect condition, 100% complete. I'm going to show you where to put everything. I'm just really excited to bring this to you, just because whenever I looked online, and I do have the directions, and they're very simple directions. They're not that great, to be quite honest. And I had the box with mine as well. I couldn't figure some things out, and I tried to figure out how to do something, and I couldn't find a review that really explained everything in detail or how to put the parts on, because I was really nervous, just because of the fact that if you break one of these little bitty armor pieces, you're going to spend a ton on eBay to replace it, and then you still don't know how to put the thing on. So hopefully this video is going to be able to help everyone with that situation. Plus, I got, as always, a ton of comparisons. So the first thing that I wanted to do is go ahead and show off this armored jet mode. And towards the end of the video, we'll take a look at this again, because I'm going to show you how to put those pieces back on. But it does have, die-cast wheels. It does roll quite nice. This kind of bends in a little bit, as you're seeing. But not too bad. Some nice stickers on here. Some of these were already applied whenever I bought the figure. There were more on a sticker sheet in the box, but they're kind of wrinkled up, so I'm going to decide to get some new ones. But a lot of nice details that you can see here. I can see a little bit of the robot there. Come on, stamp wheel. It's just such a heavy bot, but looks good all over. This is kind of where they got the idea for the design for the new Generations Leader class, and I really like the way that one looks. But you can kind of see these guys side by side whenever I get that figure in. So let's go ahead and get the armor off this guy. The first thing that I suggest doing is taking this. You want to hold the middle piece and come out with this. You can see there's this slot and this tab, so that's where that's going to peg in. We're going to go ahead and set that to the side. We'll do the same with this one. Hold this middle section and, yeah, just work that out. You don't want to do anything too fast. It's not a race, and these things are, really hard to replace. So we're going to come back to this section here in a second, just because it gets a little bit easier as I go. With the arms, there's a certain way you're going to do these. Is go ahead and pull this back and bend the wrist forward like so. And you can either come from, it looks like you can come from the front or you can come from the back. I suggest coming from the back, just because it's an angle at the front of the wrist or the arm here, to where this is flat, to where it makes it just a little bit easier to pop that off, and that'll come off. And as you can see, these are just super thin little pieces of plastic, and there's really not a whole lot holding it on there. We're going to go ahead and bend that back. We're going to bend this one now to where we can get a little bit better angle at it, and pop that off in the back. There you go. Now we're going to come to these leg sections here. I just bend one down so I can get some nice clearance there. One of the things that you do on here, just because this is actually 3 pieces. You have 1, 2, and this little clip, which if you put too much pressure or come out the wrong way, you're going to put stress marks on this little guy right here. And you'll see a lot of times where people are looking for this just because it's broken. And if you don't have this, then you're not going to be able to, these 2 pieces are pretty much pointless, because you're not going to be able to put them on. So what you want to do is, you can see this is where it basically connects, this piece and this one. You want to just kind of put your fingernails in there and just very slightly just kind of separate it. If you just get your fingernails in there, it'll automatically kind of pull out, because you don't want to put it in there too tight. And then they just slide off. You can see that you have the piece here. There's this piece. This just kind of slides off in there. but there's no reason to take it out. So I mean, they could have easily just made it one piece, but because it is so breakable, that's probably why they made it, an extra piece there. And we're just going to put this off to the side, and we'll put this leg back. This might be a little bit long review, but like I said, I wanted to make sure, this being such a delicate piece, that just put your fingernails in there. No, you don't have to pull or anything. And then you have those 3 pieces. And no stress marks. It's all good. It's 100% complete. You don't want to break your fingers. All right, now we're going to come to this section right here. This, you just kind of come back, and like this side comes off. Just kind of untab that off. You can see those 2 hooks that were behind this wing section, and just slide down. You don't want to like come back forward, otherwise you might put some stress marks on these 2 little sections. And you can see how thin that plastic is. So set that off to the side. Go ahead and separate the wings here. You come back with this section. Open the tail, and there you have Jetfire without the armor on there, which still very nice looking jet. You can see how white that is. This is the condition you want to really buy one in, or look for one in, because the yellow, if it just has a little bit of yellow, then to be honest, you're probably not going to enjoy it as much. You're eventually going to want to get an all white one. It's a little bit harder to track down. It's taken me a while, but I was fortunate enough to find one in this condition. I found it at BotCon, so really cool. I like this jet. Let's do a couple comparisons. So here we have G1 Jetfire, and his landing gear somewhere. I didn't grab it, but there you can kind of see him next to G1 Thrust, so you can see how much larger of a jet this guy was compared to the other G1s and the cone heads and the other Seekers. All right, another comparison that I know quite a few people are probably wanting to see is with the Masterpiece. So here he is with Masterpiece Thundercracker. I have Starscream in his robot mode, but you can see that the MP11 Masterpiece is quite a bit larger. So I mean, we're in robot mode. They look nice together. They kind of scale up a little bit nice, but still he's going to be too small to scale up with your Masterpiece, especially in jet mode, as you can see. But still not too bad looking. I do dig it. Alright, let's take a look at the accessories that he comes with. He comes with 2 of these little boosters here. And he comes with his 2 arm clamps. And you also want to make sure when you're buying this that he does have those little black things, because as you can see, they can just slide in and out. He comes with this middle section here that holds the boosters. It comes with these 3 pieces. Like I said, this section here, this section, and then this section. Same on the other leg. Comes with his gun. So that's pretty much what it looks like. It's not too bad. And the most commonly lost piece is the gun clip, which I'll show you how to put that on and all that good stuff. Most of the time, you'll see this guy online, and people say it's 100% complete, and then you look at it, and they're missing they have everything except for this. And it's so commonly lost that people are just now kind of considering that even if you don't have this, it's 100% complete, which is not correct. And then a lot of times, even if they do have this, they'll say gun clip included. These will be either stress marked, or they'll be the little tabs here on the side. They'll be broken off. You don't necessarily have to have them for it to fit on his arm. But, I mean, if you want to buy him 100% complete, then, yeah, you definitely want to have this. If you don't have the gun clip, this thing can go for about $30 to $40 on its own. This little bitty piece of plastic. So consider that whenever you're looking for the thing. So as far as accessories, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 total. So we'll go ahead and move those guys to the side. And we'll get into the Gerwalk mode, which some people, I guess, they like. I would never display them that way. But what we're going to do is pull back on these little white things, make sure that those are out of the way, and push in the wheels, and then you can push those little white tabs in. This one right here, you're going to push that in. And let's see if I remember the Gerwalk mode thing. Bring down these legs here. I'm going to open the feet. And I believe it was, oh yeah, need to come all the way down at first. And then you can open these up, and then you come back with this. And then you come down like that. Close this up. That flips around. Bring these arms down and spin them. You have the little sliders for the hands. And we'll give him his gun. And there's his Gerwalk mode, which I don't know why some people are fascinated with that. I don't think it's all that great, but there he is. And for comparison, here he is with Generations Whirl. And they're both in their little Gerwalk modes. And so, there you go. I will give you a little 360. I know my buddy Dakota's, like if he had this is the way he would display it. So, this is for you, buddy. And you can see that he's got his little head down here. It kind of serves as like a little, turret and rotates. So that's kind of cool. I'm going to go ahead and put him back into his jet mode just so we can. And whenever you push these hands in, you're going to get 2 clicks. 1 click, and there's the second one. You know that it's fully in there. Go ahead and pull these legs all the way down. And rotate that. Do the same with this one, gets one all lined up. Alright, so we're back in jet mode, and you saw we just put those down. So to go in his robot, I'm going to come down with these legs all the way. Just like so. Come down with that all the way. Then come out with these arms. And they're just pegged up under, you can see this peg right there? That's where they're kind of up under right there. So there you go. And kind of holding that up. It allows you to push your finger through this hole, which his head will slide through. This, you'll slide down. There you go. And you see that it allows this to bend now. You'll come up with the head. While swinging this around, there's a tab right there, a hole right there, and you'll tab that in there. This will come up. Go ahead and spread the feet. Come up with this. I guess we need to move the camera back a little bit. Alright, yeah, move this around. You got the head there. Just mess with the arms. Come out with those hands again. I think that's all the way out, yeah. And then I just come down with those, and you have him all transformed in his non-armored up mode. So let's take a look at him this way. I think it looks fine this way. I love his armored up mode. I just think it's really cool looking. Plus, because there's, so many pieces, if you don't always have them armored up, then you're going to probably end up losing those pieces. Or even if you put them in a baggie, like I do most of my stuff, and just kind of set it to the side in the box, it's probably going to get broken. So I really wouldn't risk it. Because you can put all his accessories on him in his robot mode. So yeah, if you wanted to give him some kind of little flight mode, I guess you could do that. That doesn't look too bad, but we're not going to do that. Alright, so to show some comparisons, since he was a G1, for scale, show him next to some G1 characters. So there is Jazz, And Optimus, we always knew was a you know, a little bit bigger guy. There is with G1 Optimus. So as far as scale goes, G1, I mean, he's perfect. He's supposed to be one of those much larger, you know, robots or transformers there. Let's go ahead and do another comparison. I didn't grab Starscream. I grabbed Skywarp. So same thing here. You know, so Skywarp, but you know, Starscream is the exact same height. This is the exact same mold. I just grabbed him instead because he was easier to get to. But you can kind of get the idea of the size comparison for G1, and it's absolutely perfect. I love this. It's great. So, and one more comparison. Here he is with MP11 Masterpiece Starscream. So you can still see that Jetfire, Skyfire, whatever you want to call him, is still about a head taller than Starscream, but as far as scale for Masterpiece, no, he should be much taller. So, but they still don't look too bad together. Even though he goes with the G1. So just wanted to show those two guys off together and quite a few others. So you get a really good idea as far as scale goes, and you know, just show him off with some of his friends, you know, especially his buddy Starscream. So let's go ahead and put on the armor pieces now. First one that I'm going to go with, it's usually the first one that I go with and also the last one that I take off. It's this section here. So you just slide up with it and then just kind of press it on. There you go. Next one I'm going to grab is one of the leg sections. That's why I kind of just always keep them together. You're going to come the same way as slide this on. And you don't even have to take the legs off, to be honest. Whenever you go from his armored jet mode to robot, you can just keep them on, a lot of the stuff. And then there's these two holes here, and you can see the two pegs. Those are just going to slide on in. And you want to make sure before you press down that this is past this, because that's going to grip over. If you're just pushing that in and it's just up against the inside of his leg, that's going to put stress marks on there, and have fun spending $30 or $40 on that little bitty plastic piece. So, but if you don't have it, then your figure looks kind of stupid. So there you go. Do the same with this one. We're going to slide on there, and we're going to find those two pegs. If we can get them, there we go. And check, make sure that that is over there. And you don't have to put a lot of pressure. You can see that I'm kind of leaving little gaps. It'll still hang on there just fine. But there's no reason. You can see that I just get my fingernail in there and just kind of pop it, and it'll come apart very easily. There's no reason to put a lot of pressure on it. Even if you're going to keep it that way, it'll stay that way. You know, shaking it around, you know, they're not going anywhere. Now we're going to put on the arms. We're going to do it the exact same way. Or no, we're going to put them on where you come up from the back and then snap on the front. And come on from the back, snap on the front. There you go. And now for little boosters here. Same thing, you have that slot and you have that peg right there. I'm going to put that on. Now we're going to put this one on. This one's a little bit tighter on mine for some reason. There you go. And for the gun clip, this actually just slides on right here and just sits there. So like I said, you know, you don't necessarily have to have those two little pieces on the side, but, you know, if you want 100% complete, then you need it. Now for his gun, you can either have it basically Megatron style. That's how his gun clip was set there on the side. Or you can have it in his hand, you know, the way he kind of wants. And he does look pretty impressive like that. I really dig this guy. So I will put him in a quick pose. Because of his articulation, you can kind of bend that forward, bend that back. And he's kind of got like a little walking pose. I mean, for a G1, that's absolutely fantastic. You know, I know this wasn't made by Hasbro to Takara, so I'm not trying to say that, you know, this is the best work they've put out. But, just for, what you got back then, it usually wasn't much. If it wasn't part of the transformation, then most of the time you didn't get it. You might had an elbow bend, but that was pretty much it. But let's go ahead and cover articulation as well. Let's go ahead and take his gun out. As far as his head, it does rotate here, 360. These go back whichever way. I think the new generation's leader has them back like this. I guess it doesn't matter. I just do them straight up, or I've seen some people do them, straight forward because they're guns as well. It's really preference. He has nice ratchet joints here in the shoulder. Then he can bend out here. Again, nice joints. Rotate at the elbow. Also bend 90 degrees at the elbow. Nothing in the wrist. Nothing in the waist. His legs, they can go 90 degrees forward. Let me get this out of the way. And if I bend this wing back, you can see that they can go back quite a bit as well. Bringing this back, you can see that the knee goes back 90 degrees, and it can go forward a click. So, pretty good articulation, especially for a figure this size, and all his little armored pieces up. I mean, it's just fantastic. So, let's go ahead and get back into his jet mode. And we're going to take off all these pieces again, just because I want to show you. You could leave majority of the stuff on, if not all of it. I guess I didn't put that on very well. But I want to show you, just in case you're at a point where you need some help, then I can show you how to do it. I don't want you guys to break your figure, and I always try to be as informative as possible whenever I do my G1 review. So take that off, slide that down. Then we come to these, and remember what I said, just stick your fingernail in there, and they just automatically separate themselves. Don't apply any pressure. I know I've said that several times, but, the one guy out there that I guess wasn't paying attention, and that way maybe he gets it that time and doesn't have to spend $30 on one of those. Alright, so there we go with our Jetfire again. First thing we're going to do is come down with these hands. They do 2 clicks, so there's the first one. There's the second one, 2 clicks. Slide that in, or there we go. 1 click, 2 clicks. There we go. Then with, we unpeg this section here. Going to rotate his head. This is going to be coming over this. And make sure you bend this open. The head will come down. And when you bring these around, you can see these little flaps. They could fit on top of that, but you don't want to do that, otherwise you'll break it. Make sure that this section here is up against this die cast, and then come up. Then this will slide forward or back, and this will fit on top. So just make sure you do that. You can go ahead and close that section now. With the arms, go ahead and put those in position. Get this one done right. And those will just clip into place. There you go, you're good. Bring these legs back. Close the feet up. Bring that back. And whenever you come out with these, you can see the button here. This will mash, like just break your thumbnail. So make sure you put your finger out there, pull down, and there you go. Same with these. Just because those are powerful springs, even at this age of the figure. All right, so to put this guy, if you wanted to just put him in his jet mode, there you go. Looking really nice. Put him in his armored up mode. Close that up. I'm going to pull this over, just like so. This section here is going to slide on right there, and pops there. Again, like I said, you could have left that on. Then we'll do the leg sections. I'm going to come down so we can get a little bit of room to work with here. Gonna slide that on over, and then do the same with this. It's where we find those two little holes. Make sure that's over, and just give it just a little bit of security there. Do the same thing with this one. Going to come over there. And make sure that's secure. There we go. Now for these arm pieces, going to pull, or you don't even have to pull them back. Whenever you take them off, you do, but this way you can just come up under, clip on. You want to come up under and clip on. And these sections here, again, they're just going to clip here onto the side. Do the same thing with this one. Come out with the wings, and there you have Jetfire in his armored up mode. So that's pretty much it. I did that one take. I'm pretty surprised and pretty proud of myself. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hopefully I was able to help you out, whether it was comparisons or know what to shop for if you're looking on eBay, want to find one 100% complete, know how to put the armor pieces on, take them off, transformation. Just wanted to watch a review for entertainment. Hopefully I was able to help you out. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.